So you want to build your own Chuckbox? Well, that's a great idea, because once you have a well-outfitted Chuckbox, it's going to be a whole lot easier to go camping. That's because a Chuckbox will hold about 75% of your camping checklist. So it's going to be a whole lot easier to go. And you know what? You're going to remember things now. You won't be forgetting that spatula, you won't be forgetting the can opener, you won't be forgetting the paper towels, the matches, etc. because they'll all have a home inside your Chuckbox. When you're ready to go, you'll load up your Chuckbox. You know you've got all that stuff. You're on the way. So what you end up with is the number one advantage to having a good Chuckbox is it's so much easier to go camping that you go more often. The other thing is that if you do it right, you can build it so that it gives you work surfaces once you're out in the woods. As it turns out, that's something that's hard to get. I suspect you already know that, though. That's why you want to build one. Hello, I'm Ken Ralston, and I'm the owner and proprietor of BlueSkyKitchen.com. And what we do at BlueSkyKitchen.com, among other things, is build Chuckboxes. Basically, there are four main considerations when you want to build a Chuckbox. The first one is weight. And that's because, well, by definition, things that weigh a lot are heavy. You might have to carry it. The second consideration is weight. And that's because all that stuff that goes in that Chuckbox, just by itself, it can weigh a lot. The true weight of that Chuckbox is not just the Chuckbox, but the contents that go in it as well. And you might have to carry it. The third consideration is weight. And that's because, well, it's true what they say, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Really, the longevity of that box is in some way determined by how heavy it is. And you might have to carry it. And the fourth consideration is everything else. And as it turns out, there's actually quite a bit to that. I'm not going to address the fourth consideration in this video, but I do want to show you a technique that I've come up with over the years for addressing the first three considerations. Let's go out to the shop and I'll show you a technique I call skin and bones construction. Now what we have here is a thin material. This turns out to be 1/4 inch oak veneer plywood. Now by itself it's kind of, I don't know, I'm not going to say flimsy, but it's perhaps not as strong as you would like. So what we're going to do is take this skin and attach the bones to it. And the bones is a stronger, more durable type product. In this case, this is 5/8 redwood. It's really the glue that holds this whole thing together. I'm going to put some nails in it, but actually that just makes the two surfaces come together so that the glue can hold it. Now I'm going to do this with my pneumatic brad nailer, which in this case has 5/8 inch brads in it. You don't need much more than that. Now there you have it. The bones tend to make the skin rigid, and when we nail this together with the other parts, it then becomes very rigid and very strong. Much lighter than a 3/4 inch piece of plywood, and quite a bit lighter than a 1/2 inch piece of plywood as well. There you go. You got this nice simple little technique for building the parts. Then the parts go together to form the box. So we've taken what was a fairly flimsy material, we've backed it by a bones type material, and now we end up with a box that's very light, yet very strong. And that, my friends, is skin and bones construction. So now let's take your newly acquired skin and bones technique skills and combine it with some of the other secrets of the universe, like this book called How to Design, Build, and Outfit Your Own Camp Kitchen. Among other things, what we do here is build on those skin and bones skills. We cover that everything else category, and we try to get from a checklist to an equipment inventory to a Chuckbox. And what this does for you is it gets your design right the first time. This book is for the guy who wants to design his own. Included in this book are exact detailed plans to build a product we call the Camp Kitchen Mates. This Chuckbox was developed specifically to exemplify the techniques required to design your own Chuckbox. Here's the great secret for those that don't want to design their own box, they just want to build a box. That's called the Blue Sky Kitchen Plans booklet. And what we have here are basically all three of the products that we manufacture. We have the Grubby 1 Chuckbox, the Grubby 2 Chuckbox, and the Worktop box. All these products are available in the Blue Sky Kitchen Plans booklet, or you can even get them as individual PDF plans downloads from the website. Even if your time is only worth 50 cents an hour to you, you're just going to be thrilled with what these books do for your learning curve. So take a look at blueskykitchen.com and be sure and check out the demonstration videos, and if there's a product there that looks like it'll work for you, then get the Blue Sky Kitchen Plans booklet or just the individual download for that. Otherwise, go with the How to Design, Build, and Outfit Your Own Camp Kitchen. But whatever you do, make sure you sign up for our Camping Tips newsletter. That's how I can keep you up to date on things that happen around here. So persevere through that project, get it done, get out there, and whatever you do, go camping.